Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, Tessa. Please ignore the cocks in the background. I don't know what the heck they want with me. 2021, they are coming to ignore them. So basically, we're going to be talking about, as you can see from the title, 20 things 2020 taught me. Like 2020 was one kind of a year. It was a year that I slept in another world and woke up in another world. A year that planes stopped flying. A year that cars stopped driving. It was a crazy year, and I mean, it was crazy. But at the same time, I know I accomplished so much. For example, starting a YouTube channel and learning how to swim, and so many Christian goals and everything. All I achieved in 2020. So yeah, but listen, 2020 is gone. It's done. We are done. Don't worry. We are in 2021. We are praying for the best. New Year goals. But there are some things that I learned in 2020 and I want to share with you guys. So let's just get into this video, shall we?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
So I've written the things on my phone. I don't know if this camera is focusing. What is this thing over here? Oh, it's a phone. Okay, you guys can see a thing. You guys can see. Okay, I think you can see now. Yeah, I've written it at notes, so I'm going to show you guys. So the first thing that 2020 taught me. So the first thing here is time management. I think this speaks for itself because in 2020, if there's one thing we all notice, is that we don't have time. There's no time to waste. There's no time. I'm sure 2020, you guys were like, you have so much time to just do nothing and sleep. But sleeping isn't a bad thing. But like in 2020, I realized that we don't have time. As Christians, we don't have time. As people in the world, we don't have time. For our books and stuff, we don't have time. So I have to manage my time properly so that I'm able to accomplish everything that I want to accomplish in 2021. What true friends are. So 2020, we were basically stuck at home for almost the whole year, for like 10 months or 11. Yeah, for like 10 months or something. And when you're stuck at home, you don't go to see your friends and stuff. And 2020 made me realize who my true friends are and who the fake ones are. And no one's come and ask me, am I fake? Am I true? I think you know if you're fake or you're a true friend. Life is short. Life is short. Do you know, like, I don't even think I have to explain this one because we all know the number of people that died in 2020. That's why it's back to time management, because we don't have time. Life is short. So many great people, honestly. First, this year started with Kobe Bryant dying, and Chadwick died, and so many other people died. Like, even now, as in December, I was hearing that people are still dying, and corona, whatever it's called, killed thousands, millions of people. And it's just so sad that life is short. And another thing I learned in 2020 was no one cares until you are rich, famous, or dead. And I'm not joking. Obviously, when I say no one cares, I don't mean no one at all cares. Something is up with the camera this side. I'll crop it. Never mind. So when I say no one cares, I don't mean no one in the entire universe cares. I mean, there are people that care, but in general, people don't care unless you are rich, famous, or dead. Chadwick had cancer for I don't know how many years, but he has had it for a while. And I mean, we all knew Chadwick, like Black Panther. I'm sure most of us have watched Black Panther before, so we knew him to be that guy who acted Black Panther. But until he died, I never really saw people talking about him until he died. Like, for example, Kobe Bryant. I honestly, okay, I knew him, I'd heard of him, but I didn't really start talking about him until he died. And everyone, and if you are rich too, people like him. I think there's something that I've always been told. I forgot who told me. But it's like if you're rich, everybody wants to be your friend. But you have to know the difference between true friends and rich friends. And if you are famous, of course, people want to be your friends. So yeah. The next thing here is all lives matter. You guys know what happened in 2020 with Black Lives Matter and this, and that. I think all lives matter, whether you're black, blue, red, purple, we are all human. Period. Let's continue. People only change their way of life. People only change their way of life unless, oh, people don't change their way of life unless they lose something. Like, how do I even say this? I don't know if you guys get me, but for example, you have so I don't want to give a wrong example. Let's just say we have a phone. Like, I have a phone and I didn't buy the phone, not like in a bad way. I didn't buy the phone, and because of that, I'm being careless with the phone. I'm actually not. I actually take care of this phone very, very well. But like, for example, I'm being careless with the phone. I'm like, oh, phone crap, blah blah blah, and I'm treating it anyhow. But one day when the phone gets spoiled, that's the day that I'll see that actually I messed up bad. So that's what it means. Like, you never really change your character until you lose a thing. Why are you waiting until you lose a thing before you change? Change now. 2021 already, people. Kindness is not repaid with kindness. I think that one speaks for itself. Kindness is not repaid with kindness. Not all the time. No. Happiness comes from only one place, and that is from God. I don't really need to explain this thing, but listen to it well. Happiness comes from only one place, and that is from God. Love yourself because people don't love you. Like, love yourself. God loves you so much, and I don't think you should ever feel sad because someone doesn't love you. God loves you, okay? God is always going to be there for you. He loves you so much. So forget about the people who don't love you, but people really don't love you. Oh, we are alone in this life. But there are some people who do love you. Just know the difference, yeah? So the next thing here is the little things in life matter. The little things in life matter. For example, driving the car, or in 2019 I could go anywhere. In 2019 I could hug my friends, I could shake hands, I could talk, I could go for a walk, I could go to my neighbor's house without wearing nose masks, and I was never grateful for those things. Driving to the mall to get and buy some things, never was I grateful. I just thought they were normal things that have to happen. But in 2021, when we're locked in 2020, when we were locked down and we couldn't go anywhere, I realized that those things mean everything. Yeah. The next thing here is try to always look on the bright side of things. Like, bright side. 2020, I know most of you are like 2020 is this, 2020 was that, 2020 was this. 2020 was horrible, I'm not going to lie. But besides all those horribleness, we are alive until we, like, you made it through 2020, didn't you? You did. That's how come you're watching this video. You're alive, and I think you should be grateful for that, and the fact that you have food to eat, and things will get better. One thing I learned in 2020 was bad things don't last forever. Okay, those I didn't learn it in 2020, not that I remember. I read it in some Christian book, or it was Daily Power, forgotten, but I read it somewhere. Bad things don't last forever. So in tears you reap in joy. Most people think we are friends. Oh, most people we think are our friends really aren't. Again, true friends, few friends. That's it. Don't let the world define you. I think this one is a a very big and broad thing that you guys should know. Do never ever ever let the world define you. In 2020, 2019, my God, yes, I'm confused now. I was really letting the world define me. I thought if the world says a beautiful girl looks like this is how a beautiful girl looks like, and since I don't look like that, then I'm not beautiful. Believe me, honey, you're gorgeous, and don't let the world define you. Never let the world define you. They didn't create you, so they have no right to define you. People plan, but God executes. Oh, how many plans did you have for 2020? I know you guys had thousands, millions. I had a lot of plans, like a lot. But God said, no, relax. Take a step down and think about everything in life. Where is the rest of the thinker? Prayer is the key. Prayer is the key. I don't really think I can explain that very well, but you guys, have you heard a song that goes like, prayer is the key, prayer is the key, prayer is the master key. Jesus started with prayer. You know, I can't sing, but yeah, that song, prayer really is the key. Don't put off till tomorrow what can be done today. Procrastination killed me in 2020. I'm not joking. This girl, especially online school. Goodness, I always procrastinate online school homework. I always procrastinate. Oh God, the word says I procrastinated everything in 2020, and they really go well. So if you can do it today, do it today. You think tomorrow? Money can't buy the things you really need. Money can't buy joy. Money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy God. Money can't buy peace. So money can't buy the things you really need, and these are the things you really need. So yeah, it's not the problem, it's how you look at it. Exactly. 2020, everyone's like 2020 was this, 2020 was that, but it's not about 2020. It's about how you looked at 2020. How do you look? Me, first, I look at 2020, it's horrible. I'm not going to see my friends again, and blah blah blah. But that's how I looked at it at first. But then later I realized that 2020, I got to spend much time with my family, more time with my family. I really got to know my family members, the best family members ever, and I got closer to them. When it was 2020, I read more. I've read like over 20 storybooks in 2020. I had time. Wait, I didn't have time. Never mind. But like, don't look at the problem, like look at it from a different perspective. Let's say you fail your exams. Okay, you failed your exams. Like, it's bad. We get that you failed, but then use this to learn from your mistakes. I can't explain it, but number 19 is the real meaning of peace. Peace is when you have God, and that kind of peace He gives you surpassed all understanding. That I can't even explain it, but I learned the real meaning of peace. And the last thing, which is 20, focus, I can't see, well, 20, love everyone, whether they love you, whether they don't love you. Love everyone. Love your neighbor as yourself. I think that's the biggest commandment that gave us, was to love Him, to love God, Him, and to love our neighbors. If you love your neighbors, I think you can never hurt someone you love. You can't. And if you love God, you can't hurt Him. So basically, love everyone, even if they don't love you. Just keep loving them, guys. So these are the 20 things I learned, 20 lessons that 2020 taught me, and 20 things I personally learned in 2020. Guys, please let me know in the comments just one thing you learned in 2020 or 2020 taught you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Happy New Year, baby. 2020 is gone. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button. Turn on your post notifications to be notified every time I post a video. And I'll